Namaste, India. Namaskaram, Bangalore. Good afternoon. I'm Jef Heyse, co-founder and business development officer at Atomical. We just heard from Arcadis being a Dutch holding company. Well, we didn't meet Arcadis in the Netherlands. We met Arcadis last year during the G20 Digital Innovation Summit, where Atomical was one of the Dutch companies selected to represent the Netherlands. So we met Arcadis, and ultimately, as you'll see later on, we have come to some prototype, some solution based on Astram for Bangalore or other cities in India. If you compare India with Europe, you can see a number of similarities and a number of differences. What I would like to draw your attention to is the fact that India has population scale challenges, but also population scale solutions. And one of the last ones that have emerged is the development of the Beacon Protocol, allowing open transaction networks. Nobody can dominate a platform because everything is being enabled using the network. In the Netherlands, I think, and in Europe in general, we are a bit further ahead with mobility. I've been part of the team that set up the TOMP API, Transport Operator Mobility Provider API. European institutions are forced to use data standards in Europe. When you get a license to operate, you have to commit to deliver data in the public domain, so that allows companies, innovative companies like ourselves, to use that data to build good solutions. So I'm part of the Indian Netherlands team. In fact, two of my co-founders are IIT specialists. They have been studying in India, but they have been living outside of India for the last 5 years. And so ultimately we established Atomical in the Netherlands because we know the situation well, and because, of course, I have 15 years of experience in mobility in the Netherlands. We learn from the past before looking into the future. My own first-hand experience with mobility is in the mobility as a service environment, where I was managing director for the mobility pilot, the MAAS pilot in Amsterdam. We spent at least 50% of our time and energy and money in connecting transport operators. So those are public transport operators, private transport operators, shared mobility providers, and interconnecting all of these, that is a nightmare. In fact, I am passionate about the fact that the Beacon Protocol allows anybody, as a buyer or as a seller, to connect with one gateway to the network. By doing so, you avoid those interactions between all the different players. So when I heard about this through Mohit, our now CEO, I was really enthusiastic, and I wanted to take this forward with him in the mobility space. So Atomical offers gateways, connections to the network, so that transport operators and mobility service providers can use the network to interact. All the functions that are supported by the Beacon Protocol, discovery, order, fulfillment, and post-fulfillment, are covered and are needed in a transaction network for mobility, where driver and rider, user and service provider are coming together. In fact, we don't only offer APIs, we have also experienced that we need to show that the APIs are doing their job. So we develop building blocks, allowing any company to add mobility to its service offering. And although we are talking about mobility as a service, we are rather talking about mobility as a feature. Because for some groups, you don't need the full scale of mobility. as an EV rider, you may be interested in EV charging and parking. By the way, EV charging and parking in Europe are coming together because charging poles have been blocked unnecessary, so cities are starting to implement solutions to avoid blocking. For example, by after 2 hours, you get 2 hours free parking at a different location. So we offer these blocks to enable mobility as a feature. We always use open standards and open industry solutions. Our widgets or snippets, because they are standard technology based, they work on any collaborative platform technology, whether it is, of course, iOS and Android, Google Workspace, Microsoft Teams and SharePoint, Slack, or even WhatsApp if appropriate. Everybody has WhatsApp. For parking, for example, the only thing you need to know is the location and the license plate. You don't need an app to park your car. WhatsApp can do the job. So by using standard technology, we also make it possible to have everything available in at least 100 languages. So we develop in English, but automatically translation is done in any language that Google Translate works in. And you might think Google Translate is not optimal, but if you are in an app, the options that are to be translated are fairly limited. So it's not some kind of novel that you have to translate. And apart from these platforms, we can integrate mobility in any app. For example, BMTC can add parking or a hub-based solution to their app if they would have it available. So it is easy to integrate, and the reason why we've done this is because I've been there for 15 years with these challenges of interacting. And thanks to the backend protocol, we are now at a stage where all of this is possible. One of our customers in the Netherlands is using SharePoint. So they can offer the service to their internal users, they can offer it to their external visitors. VCCR, for example, is the company that supports Shell for its employees. So obviously we hope that this employee mobility solution will be integrated in the Shell environment. Other customers include student mobility, web shops for travelers, for tourists, and we have a fuel card company that is offering parking solution on WhatsApp. We have an extended trip planner that is both inclusive and extremely flexible. We offer a trip planner with park and ride and hub-based solutions. And we enable park and ride and mobility hubs. And in fact, we have a prototype which is ready to be demonstrated here in Bangalore. And we work together with Arcadis on their ASTRAM system so that the police department can manage the traffic locations. The city authorities can define the prices at any moment in time, and they can arrange in such a way that both on-street parking, but garage parking or closed area parking can be covered. The big advantage of this is that, and I heard the case of a cricket test match, I understand that this is not just one day or a couple of hours, but it takes a long time. We can define multiple parking zones, arrange shuttles. We have a solution for shuttles. We can arrange parking zones and shuttles. People can book in advance. No hardware technology is needed. Everything is in the cloud, is available, is connected to the ASTRAM system. And we can guide visitors to the right location. We can differentiate with pricing. we can arrange more shuttles or fewer shuttles because we have complete visibility of what is happening. And last but not least, we also make sure that service support centers have access to the data, and because they can, they use standard technology as well, they can push the tickets and the solution offered to their visitors. What you see on the screen on your right-hand side is a ticket offered to Sujit Nair, the founder of FIDE, when he visited recently Amsterdam. So we gave him a ticket to get from Schiphol Airport to the center of Amsterdam. We recently won a public tender in Utrecht, and I think that's the conclusion for me. I would say, let's meet for the benefit of India and Europe. The Consul General of the Netherlands, he said, we can solve global challenges together, India and Netherlands and Europe. And if we can do it here, we can do it anywhere. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.